Welcome to the first Game Pass review in a while. This is gonna be a lot different than previous videos as I've kind of refined the series a little bit. Today, me and StormtrooperZ16 will be talking about Back 4 Blood. He will be helping me with parts of the voiceover as me and him both went on this journey of checking out this game. So, make sure you check him out. Without further ado, let's get into this bloody adventure. This really bloody adventure.
I told you, I'm not a rat! I'm a hedgehog!
Back 4 Blood was released on October 12, 2021, being added to Game Pass Day 1. Developed by Turtle Rock Studios, it was said to be a Left 4 Dead successor. Now I have no experience in Left 4 Dead, so I'll just have to take their word for it. Back 4 Blood is a first-person shooter and both a PvE and PvP game with a heavier emphasis on its PvE factor. The game received mixed or average reviews for Xbox and currently has a rating of 2.9 stars in the Microsoft Store. Looking through the reviews, complaints seem to be with lackluster gameplay and characters, along with bugs that made the game unplayable, which have presumably been fixed. Praises come from players who found the game really fun to play with friends, and the difficulty was well appreciated. Currently there is one DLC expansion known as Tunnels of Terror, but we will not be going over this seeing as Game Pass doesn't include it with the game. Currently the player base is anywhere between 20 to 50,000 players at a time, not bad but not the best, seeing as Left 4 Dead 2 averages more players.
The looks for Back 4 Blood are amazing. During the night, it's dark and foggy with the only light source being the flashlight you possess, and it gives great immersion to the game. At daytime is when the amazing graphics really start to show. You're able to see that amazing world you're playing in with amazing scenery and looks. There are many small details that make each area feel as if it was a zombie apocalypse. Or slight details the game really pops and makes it more amazing to play. The water and fire physics are really nice, and they feel like they're respected elements, and when they get up to a ridden and kill it you get splattered with blood. Lots of blood. And it really immerses you into the world. The cosmetics in the game are good, but not anything crazy. They're typical zombie apocalypse clothing with two options for you to use. More custom one where you can customize the pants and shirts and etc. And pre-made sets that you can't edit. You can get these from completing supply lines and get better clothing the more you progress. It's not bad, but nothing amazing. The weapon skins look pretty good, but the small details within the skins will probably be covered up by the sheer amount of blood spattered everywhere.
In a world where a parasite has turned most of humanity into zombie-like creatures called the Ridden, you'll take control of some veteran survivors known as the Cleaners. Your goal? To win the war by going on missions and defending Fort Hope, your base of operations. Overall, the story isn't that crazy, and we didn't find ourselves invested until the last couple of missions where the story got really cool. While the story is mediocre, the gameplay isn't. Never throughout the campaign did we get bored of the gameplay. All the places you travel to feel unique and never the same. Even if the areas are the same, such as whenever you leave Fort Hope, it's always different, taking you on different routes and in different areas. Each weapon felt great to use. I could find myself using any gun, but I did have preferred favorites such as the Desert Eagle or the Scar. Those were my preferred weapons, but I found myself trying each one just because each weapon being so unique to one another. Throughout the worlds that you travel in, you'll find attachments and other useful items lying around to help you. It was always nice to find a toolkit door and get some juicy loot because I found a toolkit earlier. Through our playthrough, we went with Recruit difficulty and had a blast. And I know what you're saying, you played it on the easiest difficulty. Obviously it's going to be easy, and that's what you'd expect. You'd expect to fly through it, but the game gets challenging at times, specifically on the final missions of each chapter. The base game has you running through linear areas as you progress through the story, while these last missions have the most unique objectives, and they're also the hardest. We only ever failed a run on the final boss, but we came really close to losing a couple times. We quickly learned that the best way to play is with 4 people. Even the hardest difficulty recommends you bring 3 other friends. As you complete missions, you are rewarded with supply points. At Fort Hope, you go over to the supply lines and you can invest your points into more cards and personalized cosmetics for guns and cleaners like we mentioned earlier. You create a deck of 15 cards that throughout your playthrough get equipped, making you stronger as a character. However, after every act, your progress resets, giving you the option to choose a new deck and cleaner for that act. While surprising after the first act, it definitely caught us off guard, it's a welcome addition, as we could easily try different things which made the experience even better. Overall, the campaign is a blast to play with friends, and it's where we sunk the most time in. It's a fun linear adventure that was a great playthrough once, but I don't know if we could go twice. Quick play is more or less the same as campaign, having you run through the campaign missions. We didn't play much of this as we felt it was basically the same as what we just played. Could this be interesting for others? Yes, it could, but for us, we didn't have really too much enjoyment with the mode, as we were hoping for a better quick play so we can continue playing without feeling like we were doing the same thing, but sadly, that was not the case.
Swarm mode is an online multiplayer game mode, which one side is Ridden and the other side are cleaners. The Ridden get to choose from all of the different kinds of zombies that show up in the campaign with all their moves and abilities, while the cleaners are the survivors that you play through the campaign. The goal for the Ridden is to kill the cleaners, and the goal for the cleaners is to survive as long as they can. Every time a match is done, the sides switch from Ridden to cleaners and cleaners to Ridden. The team with the best wins out of the team that wins best out of the 3 wins. The game mode is okay, but nothing really special, and wasn't that fun to play in our opinion.
For what it's worth, Back 4 Blood is a solid package. Throughout our time with the game, we never found ourselves bored and had a great time. Only near the end, when the game needed to hook us, did it fail. Never in its entirety did it crash, become choppy, or anything remotely close. It looks great, runs great, but in the end, it couldn't keep us playing past the campaign. In our playthrough, we collected 28 of 67 achievements for a total of 470 out of 1,120 gamer score, a total playtime of 17 hours, and enough blood splattered all over to drown the world. A special thanks to StormtrooperZ16 for his help, and thank you to all of you guys for watching. We are so close to becoming affiliated on Twitch, so if you like the content, come check out my Twitch, link in the description. I've got so many videos planned for this summer, so make sure to check in every week for a new video. With that being said, thanks for watching, and have a great day.